And welcome back to Who Would Win. We're no longer in the week of Who Would Win, but given the fact that June still had 3 days left on the next week, I figured we'll just round out the week of Who Would Win with 3 more Who Would Wins plus Friday. Obviously 2 more plus and Friday, because obviously I always do one on Monday and Friday. This one comes to us from Tento Kaguas. Who won a fight? Rick Sanchez versus Batman. So there's 2 ways to look at this fight. The physical side of it, and then the actual broad side of it. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in a straight just physical fight, Rick does have some gadgets, sure, that he has on his person at all times, and that could throw Batman for a loop. But in like a straight physical altercation, Batman would obviously beat Rick in a fight, no problem. Batman is a human in peak physical condition, whereas Rick is an admittedly spry and very able and capable older gentleman, but he's like in his 60s, so it's not one of those things where Rick stands a very good chance against Batman just one-on-one. But obviously that's not factoring in the actual arsenal of gadgets that Rick has. So if we're actually looking at everything Rick has, and I haven't seen the most recent 2 episodes of the new season yet, so keep that in mind. But with that being said, Rick definitely has the edge when it comes to technology and theoretical intelligence. Now, is it possible Batman could be smarter than Rick? It depends on what capacity you're talking about. If we're talking about inventing, not really, because Rick can literally invent things that, Batman had to devise a suit to take on the Justice League. Rick could literally just open a portal that slices them in half. Or Rick could just make a device that turns things into kryptonite from Superman. Or Rick could just, freeze Wonder Woman in time, Rick's tech does outmatch anything Batman has or probably ever will make. Except for maybe the final Batsuit in when we were dealing with, the multiverse story. But that's neither here nor there. The question isn't really whether or not Rick's gadgets are better than Batman's. They clearly are. The question is that enough to give him the win? Now, the fact that Rick has portals means that he can just either dip in and out of the fight whenever he wants, but if he runs away and doesn't leaves Batman, to his devices, you have to give that one a win to Batman because Rick had to run away. If we say, though, that he has to use the portals for, his own offensive purposes, though, like opening a portal underneath Batman's feet. First off, would Batman actually go through the portal, or would he, have the reaction time to be like, nope, and have that not happen? I have a feeling Batman would have the reaction time to be like, nope, get out of the way, Bat-hook. Rick obviously has blasters on hand at all times, and Batman's not blaster-proof. Bulletproof to some degree, yes, thanks to his armor, but not blaster-proof. Rick's got biomechanical arms he can just throw in. His ship alone is dangerous in his own right. But the problem, and we see with his fight with Bird Person, he's got, and like the president I am Phoenix Person. I used to be BP, now I am PP. So we see in those fights that he carries, a portable force field around him. Something that basically just killed people instantaneously when he fought the president. He can make duplicates of himself when he wanted to. Not like solid duplicates, but basically illusions. Or holograms, if you will. He carried a wide range of explosives on him all the time. When he fought against Bird Person, he actually had a device that allowed itself to cover his heart. So, when Bird Person stabbed at it, he wouldn't be stabbing at Rick's heart. Rick, again, could make a force field happen, rocket boosters in his shoes. We know that he has numerous enhancements on him. So, is that enough to overwhelm Batman, the world's greatest detective, a master tactician, with Batman's own limited arsenal with his batarangs, shock gauntlets, own gas and smoke and whatnot? The thing here is that Rick obviously has killed plenty of individuals. Batman has killed very few in his day, but he has. But Rick has less qualms about it than Batman does. That's going to give Rick an edge in the fight where he just doesn't care about, letting Batman live or not. However, I imagine that really it's just going to come down. Batman's going to throw smoke grenades down at some point to get to work on to getting close to Sanchez. Which at that point, yeah, Sanchez, for all his abilities, we don't know if he has any tracking or thermal vision or anything like that. As far as we know, he doesn't. And keep in mind that this Rick, well, probably did put those enhancements back. The body this Rick has is technically not the original Rick's body. Keep that in mind. Like, you think about this for a second. If you go throughout the original series, I don't think Rick ever lost his body. But if you go into season 2 and 3, Rick turned himself into a pickle. Okay, that's fine. Rick possessed another Rick, several Ricks to get to his own body, to get to Council of Ricks. Then he, when he purged himself of his toxins, the toxic version of him, tried to kill him with a beast, and then it hit the beast with some sort of dart that basically impregnated him with his essence, and he burst out of the beast. So really, this Rick's body isn't the same body. I'm sure he's probably upgraded himself since then, but either way, it's still one of those things where it depends. It depends on how you look at it, whether you have the enhancements. But still, it comes down to, is Rick's overall gadgets more than enough to overcome Batman's limited gadgets, but probably better tactical expertise and better training and better just, overall physical abilities? And I'm going to say no, but Rick would still win the very mild majority. And the reason for that is he's seen enough universes, seen enough individuals. He's probably seen alternate versions of Batman before, where he'd frankly be, say, where are you, son of a bitch? And he's like, boom! Yeah, no, that was a rhetorical question. I already knew you'd try to sneak up behind me. So I think, as much as I love Batman, I love both of them, obviously. As much as I would love Batman to be the overall winner, I actually think Rick, because he does have more experience just because he's older, and he's been through so many different dimensions. I do think Rick would very slimly take the edge. So my money's going to go on Rick Sanchez, but there's enough scenarios where Batman could win that if I felt on a different day, maybe I'd feel differently, and I'd just say, nah, Batman wins. But right now, I will give the edge to Rick Sanchez. But it's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you feel different. If you do, that's cool. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, though. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. And I'll catch you folks later.